All right, Mike, we are live after a little bit of a mishap the last couple weeks. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, 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 good. Reminder, Wednesday, March 29th, 6:15. We're doing our fourth Ask Us Anything. We already have a couple questions. We're constantly collecting questions so we can continue this Ask Us Anything series.
I just put it in the calendar, and that means it is locked in stone,
All right, good.
barring the
So,
zombie apocalypse. So,
so one
go
one
ahead.
of the weekly emails that we both really enjoy is from Mark Sisson and Mark's Daily Apple. So highly recommend you guys sign up for that. But one of the recent ones, I think released last week, had a link in there and an article that was basically stated 18 reasons to walk more this year.
Uh, Mark Sisson puts out remarkable content, and there is always something to glean from what he puts out there. But as somebody who walks all the time, I think, going over these, and we'll run through them pretty quick, but going over these, I think will open your eyes to just move, just walking, and how much it impacts your health and well-being.
Yeah, just finishing up the fitness certification through Mark Sisson's Primal Coaching Institute. One of the biggest tenets is just to move more, and they constantly go over how it's basically in our genes to move. Our genes weren't created to sit and be sedentary and sit in a chair. We are made to move. There's no question about it. And the quintessential human movement is walking.
And he broke down like the three most important reasons for it. Is it's all inclusive. The necessary equipment is right down there when you look down your feet. And the third is it is the foundation for which good health, and it makes life better. I mean, those are really three of the reasons that he pinpoints. Um, and when and I get folks in all the time that are like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, or I want to do that. All you got to do is walk. You don't even have to go out of the house, and you can walk. We have a Tuesday morning accountability group meeting that we've been doing for 13 years, and I literally walk the entire hour we're on the phone. It is roughly 3,500 to 4,000 steps, which is a almost 2 miles every single Tuesday morning for the past 14 years. And that's how I start my day.
Yeah. Yep, agree. And we both have dogs, so we have a mandatory multiple thousand steps a day just with the dog alone.
Yeah, funny. Everybody loves a story. Funny story is I have been walking Cooper since COVID. He's a rescue from Arkansas, and he's a hound. He needs to walk. So I have been walking him every day, sometimes Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, twice a day. And starting in 2023, my wife has started walking with us. And she's like, so this is what the boys do when I'm not around. She said, look at what I've been missing out on. So it's very funny, and it goes by really quick, and will tell you why you should walk now.
Yeah, since we start our office hours in 10 minutes, let's get these 18 going.
Yes.
So the first thing it does is activates basically the most massive muscle in all of our bodies, which is the glutes.
Perfect, straightforward. You have to, you have to engage the glutes to walk.
Reduces body fat.
One of the next one is lowers blood sugar. Andrew Huberman speaking with Andy Galpin, biggest bang for your buck. And my grandmother was doing this 50 years ago. Walking lowers your blood sugar. You want to walk after a meal. It really helps to dramatically improve your blood sugar levels.
Yeah, it's an important tip for people who have problems with blood sugar for sure.
Yep.
Improves heart health markers.
Speed predicts longevity, which is fascinating. My wife is a fast walker.
Yeah, that basically means that you could predict how long you'll live, or they have through studies, if you how fast you can walk. So that's interesting. And they also do that with grip strength and other. There's a lot of things that do that predict longevity, but walking speed is another one.
Yep. Walking's great for arthritis.
You know, if you read that, if you look at the article, and when they talk about basically, people have arthritis have a lot of pain, but they need to walk. But I mean, and they need to move, but moving it creates some pain. So basically, walking is the safest, most quintessential form of physical therapy for somebody with arthritis. So that was a really important one.
I wanted to bring this up too on this walking part. It actually said one study even found that adding walking to a physical therapy program improves results for adults with osteoarthritis. Dr. K, our physical therapist, almost every single person is walking when they come in on our treadmill before they start their actual PT exercises. So fantastic.
Yep. Improves cognitive function, or how your brain works.
Yep. Walking actually lowers stress, and I'll take the next one too. Walking lowers stress even when it doesn't. It's the perception of that.
It's the perception, and it's the blood markers. Like even if you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't think it's happening,
Yep.
it actually is happening.
Yep.
It boosts immune function, which is important. So walking increases killer T cells.
It prevents falls in the elderly, which is fantastic.
Yep. Walking lowers low back pain. I still think low back pain is the number one source of disability, right? So
Yep.
you need to walk.
Walking improves your creativity. I did this a lot when we had our online Beyond Your Wildest Dreams. And I combined the creativity part and meditative walking, it's a great way to meditate as well.
Walking improves meetings. One of the first coaches I ever had 15, 20 years ago did walk literally walking meetings, where you would walk and have the meeting. And I know a lot of people do that now, and I think it's a really good idea.
Walking is in your blood. What that means is no matter where you came from, your people ancestrally were walking village to village. They were walking out in the fields. It's in your blood.
You want to take the next one? Because
it's exactly the same. It's in your genes. What
meaning
does that mean?
Meaning we're made to move.
We're made to move.
Last one is walking enforces presence, and I think I look at that, and mostly when you're doing walking outside in nature, like you can't help but look at the trees, look at the birds, look at the snake wiggling around the ground. People watch. It just forces you to be present, which we need more of.
Yeah, one of the things that I've incorporated, and we've talked about this before, but there's two things that I've incorporated in the walking. Number one, every day, even if it's at night, I walk the dog to the beach. So it is magnificent to see daylight in the evening, the luminescence that you see in the water. It's amazing. And the other thing in terms of being present is I've also, Noah you and I've talked about this. I've incorporated sprints in that. The dog loves to run. So we sprint. There's a couple of hills that we sprint up. There's a couple of streets that we sprint. And you have to be present to do that.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, there's the 18 reasons. Check out the Mark's Daily Apple every Sunday, and we're open today, full staff, 3 to 6.
Bye, guys.